What's up, DTMB? Squid back here again, giving you guys... I know I always say that. I always say, Squid back here again. But anyways, I told you the podcast probably isn't up yet, but I made an allusion in there about getting a whole lot of videos for my whole little... Let's break down people's gameplay stuff. I am so freaking far behind. I really apologize. I have so many... you don't even know. I at least have 30. At least. And like 15 of those are from one guy. Not really, it's like 8. But still, I'm really far behind. I'm trying to get as many people as I can. If I get too far behind on your game, if you got something else, send me a new one. And if you haven't heard from me in a couple weeks, to send me another one. Anyways, I'm here this time with BorntobeWild83, and we're gonna be doing some of his gameplay. So we're gonna jump into this real fast. He's running as Marlowe with the cool little shades, the specs. And we're playing here obviously on Airstrip. Guy's pointing and laughing. I don't know exactly what he's doing, but he plays a pretty good game here. He does a good job. He has a lot of similar playstyle to mine. I'm really sporadic. I'm all over the place. You know, I'm really impulsive. So I try to play the same kind of game, similar to that. So it's kind of like watching myself in a lot of ways and how I play. Because I'm such a slayer. You're gonna see that here in the next couple of days. When I put up when Triple puts up the podcast, I put up one of the scrims we had, a 20-minute plunder game, and all I did that entire game was slay. Anyways, coming back in here, does a good job of kind of, something a lot of players I don't see do, but, BorntobeWild does well, is movement. You guys seem to forget that, there's something attached to your gun. There's something at the bottom of that, which is legs, and you don't always have to be fleet-footing. You don't always have to be strafing. Sometimes it's jumping. Sometimes it's rolling. Petus always makes fun of me because he calls me an armadillo. Well, hey, man, rolling and wall bouncing, which I'll explain in another video here very soon. It'll be a real short one. But, those kind of things really help you out. He does a great job of utilizing that. One thing I can say in this certain situation, something else I always do is I get a little greedy sometimes. I feel like I'm running a really good roll. I feel like I'm doing a really good job. And sometimes I put myself in situations I shouldn't. Because you never know who's going to spawn out there. The spawns are so sporadic on this, this part of airfield. So you don't really have a good idea. The guys can just pop up behind you at any moment and you're kind of out in the open. That ramp isn't a very good spot to hide. But these guys obviously don't really know what they're doing. They're just like, I'm just going to run in and get shot in my face. Anyways, so we're going to bounce here, a little bit blackout. He's going to come across. I don't know why Cinema does this sometimes, but, geez, I don't know what the heck's going on, Cinema? Let's go. Anyway, so we're bouncing back in here. Drake's on a plane. Going to throw that quick nade, that spawn nade, and, that's something that you can do a really good idea. If you understand the arc that you throw that, it really helps you out, because you could throw that across, get a quick kill, maybe even stun somebody, maybe get a couple kills, because everybody's hovering around that Jeep. Never know. Got to get those spawn nades. Just get them out a good arc. You never know. Sometimes people are like, well, I want to hold on to my nade, but if it's a possibility of helping your teammate out, helping them out. Good job there, bouncing out of the way, keeping this guy open, but he comes across, he's in a bad position, bad situation. It just doesn't work out for him that time, but, sometimes it's how things work. You can't always change that, but he's going to get a good spawn here. He's going to bounce back in, using the, looks like he's still using the Gmail. Coming across, that guy doesn't know what he's doing. Unfortunately, doesn't get the kill from that, but puts enough shots on him to make a difference. Somebody should be able to pick up that kill. The grenade doesn't even get him. See, this is what I'm saying about the chasing. You can't always chase players. I understand that you're playing team deathmatch, but it's something you want to do, and I'm a culprit of that also. I get really into it. I have hyper focus. I sit there and I get real focused on that one thing. I'm like, bam, I gotta complete this job. Otherwise, what the heck are these guys? I haven't even watched this yet. This is the first time I'm like, what are these guys doing? Holding hands, having kumbaya, powwow, camp fest. I'm like, what the heck's going on here? These are the kind of players I'm talking about. Like, this is probably the most frustrating play style on the face of the planet, especially when you're on that team and everybody's like, let's just clump together. It's just like, no, stop it. But BorntobeWild is making a pay for it. This guy's going to try to rush him. It looks like the Pistole. Doesn't get the shot down. Another guy coming across. He's just content of blind firing. Not going to work out for him. He sees the guy on the stairs. Not going to go after him. Good choice. Smart move. Put yourself in a better position. Obviously sees where the guy's going. Does a great job. He's going to get a double kill here, but his buddy is not paying it, or the guy that he's shooting at, obviously the guy is not paying attention and spawns in the middle of a shot. And this is how it goes sometimes. Some people don't pay attention on it. But he's making him pay. It's 24-14, 24-15. Jeez, I can't even keep up with this. going across here. He's going to put a couple shots down with the Gmail on this dude. Obviously not getting it done. Pulls out the pistol. Does a great job. You guys got to realize you have a secondary gun. Sometimes you have, it comes down to that. You got to pull it out, use it in the right situation. Sometimes the pistol's pretty beast. You know, if you get in the right area. I know what he was trying to do there. I'm the same kind of way with the shotgun. You know, wall bouncing around, trying to get around corners, and coaxing that guy down into this little area where there's a lot of good angles to use that shotgun. Didn't work out for him that time, but it's okay. But like I said, this play style is something a lot of people play as. I know a lot of people are real sporadic. They're really impulsive. They're, you know, they're very scatterbrained in how they play. And this can be detrimental to you becoming more successful in the future. But, you know, at the same time as him playing like that, where he makes mental mistakes from time to time, it puts himself in bad situations, especially if those players are a lot better than these guys are, who are smarter. It's going to really end up hurting him. But the positive thing from that is sometimes if you have a good balance in your team, you can play like that because you're going to have teammates that back you up. You can't always depend on that. He doesn't really know what's going on here. You know, these guys are just lining up for him. I mean, honestly, he's doing a great job, bouncing around, dodging those bullets. This guy's going to continue on rushing him. Bad move on this guy's part is going to get beat down. But you know what, man? That three-piece right there is exactly how you play. This is what is a positive side for that. You don't get flustered in those situations. You know, scatterbrain players are just like, you know, they're constantly not eating nothing in their brain. I don't know, what the heck are these guys doing? I mean, like, seriously. These guys are just, I don't know. I don't want to say they're dumb because it's mean, but come on, man. What the heck's going on? Let's just all clump together. I don't know. Hey, that's fine. BorntobeWild's getting a good game, but these guys are playing like morons. Hey, you know what? Power to them, man. Power to them. Make them pay for the mistakes they make. But like I was saying earlier, you know, that kind of play style really works out, you know, especially those guys that are hard chargers. They only think one-track mind. They got the horse blinders on. You know, that scatterbrain mentality that you can think under duress and constantly keep going, and that focus that you have, it does a good job, and it helps him out. He's content on getting that kill, does a great job. The guy doesn't know what he was doing, makes him pay, and they're up 44 to, geez, I can't keep up with them, man. 44 to 22, coming in here in the last couple minutes of this team deathmatch on Airstrip. You know, overall, BorntobeWild is playing a pretty good game in the aspect of these guys being absolute morons, but, you know, it's a good job on his part. I don't really know what his teammates are doing. I haven't checked the scoreboard. I guess we'll check at the end of the game. You guys will get a good idea of what he did by himself. He's got to at least have 15 kills by now. I haven't really been keeping track. But good play style, something you could really kind of mimic yourself off of if you're sporadic, really in your face, kind of Slayer mentality. You got to be up in the action all the time. BorntobeWild has a really good style like that. I like it because it's really reminiscent of what I do. In certain situations, I will play back, and I'm sure he does too. But in these situations, it's busting out, getting it done. 26-3, doing work. When you got all the other guys on these teams, I don't know what the heck they're doing, but he makes them pay. So props to you, BorntobeWild. Thanks for sending the video out, and we're going to see you guys later. This is Squid. Peace!